And it goes a little something like.
Hey guys, it's Maggie and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maggie and thank you so much for joining me today. So for today's video, I'm going to be answering all of my most frequently asked questions about Tulane. For those of you guys who don't know, I just finished my freshman year at Tulane University in New Orleans, Louisiana, so I feel semi-qualified to talk about these things, especially from a freshman's perspective, so keep that in mind. But I received a lot of comments and a lot of Instagram DMs about questions about Tulane and like general things, and today I just want to like clear those up and I don't know, just make you guys feel as good as possible about potentially starting at Tulane next year. So congratulations to the class of 2024. If you're watching this, drop your major and your Instagram and I'll try and like follow some people just because I want to get connected with the younger class. So yeah. Also, if you're interested, I'm selling these little Mardi Gras like crawfish earrings on my depop. My depop will be linked below. It's just maggielest. I'm selling a lot of other fun jewelry on there too if you're interested. Yeah, we're just gonna get started with the questions. And the first question I have and I get asked a lot is, do you like Tulane and are you happy with your decision? And yes, absolutely, I am so happy with my decision and the way like that this year has gone. I love Tulane. I cannot speak highly enough about it. If I'm being honest, it's just, I think it's the best school. I think it's so fun. It's a perfect fit for me. You kind of have to find like that fit for you. Tulane might not be everyone's school. There's like a really great balance between fun and academics that I really like. It's been easy, or not easy, easy's a rough word, or like a take with a grain of salt. It's been bearable to like double major so far and to like think about things like that. It's definitely, people are overachievers there, people are go-getters, but I really feel like I found like my tribe of go-getters because I'm gonna the same way. The city is beautiful, the city is so much fun, Mardi Gras was amazing, and yeah, I really honestly can't complain at all about my experience at Tulane. I was sad to get sent home because I feel like I'm missing out on a bunch of friends. I had to leave my friends. Yeah, I already feel like I found lifelong friends there, so it's been really just like a really great experience, and it's been such a great learning experience. It's really gotten me out of my comfort zone and my little like small town Texas bubble. So yeah, that's been good. The next question is advice on picking roommates. So I kind of screwed this one up when I was a freshman, but luckily things all worked out. But I want to give you guys some tips just so, you know, you guys don't make the same mistakes I did. Quick backstory before I like answer the question about advice. So over the summer, the way Tulane works is you set up like a roommate profile and you get matched with people that are like the most compatible to you, and you can message them and like they have their Instagrams and stuff linked. So I like went on the profile and I was just like too nervous to DM anyone. Like I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I think I was just so intimidated because everyone was like prettier than me and smarter than me, and I was like, okay, no one's gonna want to be my roommate. I'll just go random. Like I pretty much resigned to like, nope, just, you know. But then Cassandra, who is my amazing roommate now, she reached out to me. She DM'd me on Instagram and we like talked for like a week and a half, and then the deadline totally snuck up on me. I literally had no idea it was even that night, and at like 11:30 the roommate deadline was due. Cassandra was like, hey, do you want to be roommates? I was like, oh my god, yes. Like, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Like, I totally want to be roommates. So things all worked out. But the way I lived in Wall, and there are some singles and doubles in Wall, but the majority of rooms are triple. So we got another roommate, and we got Miles, and he was our random roommate. So I kind of did the best of both worlds. Like I got one random roommate who worked out super well, and then I got one like we kind of knew each other roommate where we had like kind of built up our relationship before coming to school. So yeah, but I absolutely adored my freshman roommates. They were amazing. They were the best. My suite mates were perfection too. They were just like, we had the best living conditions. Like I swear, I love my roommates, and I can't like speak highly enough about them and my suite mates. So personally, I recommend for you guys to reach out to people and to message people. It is scary, but no one is gonna be like, oh, you're like, and if they think you're too weird, then they're obviously not the roommate for you, and you'll just move on to the next one. Like, it's not that deep. I really let myself get freaked out and intimidated. And another great thing about like reaching out and talking to as many people is you'll have that many more familiar faces on campus once you get to school in the fall. Like Cassandra, she met a lot of people through the like roommate searching process, and like she knew a lot more people than I did. I did not know very many people. When coming into Tulane, it was pretty much all new for me. So yeah, I definitely recommend reach out to people. Don't be afraid to like put yourself out there. I was totally afraid and I regret that, even though it worked out perfectly. I wish I would have messaged Cassandra earlier. Advice on finding friends. So I'm gonna give you some real talk here, just like real talk, okay? For the first like 3 to 4 weeks of college, your experience is based on like how well you connect with your roommates and how well you find friends, like automatically. Luckily my experience like went off without a hitch because I loved my roommates and my suite mates and we were all really close. So for the first 2 weeks I literally didn't do anything alone, like at all, ever. That is not the case for certain people, and for honestly most people it kind of takes a while to like find your friends. Most people don't just like connect so quickly with their roommates and suite mates. So my advice would just be to put yourself out there, kind of like what I was saying with the roommate profile. We made a friend Anna Maya. She lived in another dorm than us, and she just like me and her met in the pizza line and she just like kept reaching out to us and kept being like, hey, you want to meet up for lunch, want to meet up for this, and then slowly like it just became like all of us doing stuff together. I definitely recommend try to get along well with your suite mates and roommates in the first week, even if they're not your like forever friends. That will definitely help just like the process. But I know at Tulane's orientation everything was done like on our floor. Like our orientation happened like the week before school started, and all of the activities we did were with the people on our floor, so we were with our roommates and suite mates a lot and had time to like really get to know them. I know it's not like that at every university, but at Tulane there's a lot of opportunities for you to get to know people on your floor, and I totally recommend you take advantage of those. Also, pro tip for the first like week of college, or like the first, like get your nails done or do like something fun, like wear certain fun earrings or do different things, because like so many like conversations were started with me because I had these like rainbow pastel nails, and people would just come up to me and be like, oh my god, I love your nails, like they're so cute. And it's people are looking to like start conversations. So I totally recommend like do something little to your appearance that's like easy for people to be like, oh hey, I love that, like, you know, which sounds weird and kind of like conceited, but it's really not. It's just trying to make friends. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's like easier, I don't know, complimenting people. I feel like that's the main way girls start friendships a lot of the times. They're like somewhere random and they're like, oh hey, I like that, and then you guys just like spark a conversation, if that makes sense. I could be totally wrong and off base in that, but yeah, that's my pro tip. Next question is freshman dorms and my advice and thoughts on each of them. So I'm trying to remember all the freshman dorms. I'm sorry if I forget some of them. I was in Wall, which is the honors dorm, and I had a great experience in Wall. I really didn't feel like Wall limited my social life. Our floor was like pretty loud, pretty connected. I was friends, I knew everyone's name on my floor. It was a lot of fun, like, or on my little like wing on my floor, not the whole floor. But yeah, it was a ton of fun, and I really feel like I didn't limit my social life at all, and I was kind of worried about it, you know, because it's like honors and I was worried it was going to be like quiet all the time. But there were times that it was not quiet because it's college dorm. So Sharp, I had a friend who lived in Sharp. Sharp is definitely, I feel like, one of the more interesting living spaces. The community bathrooms are the like mostly the like grossest part of Sharp. There were a lot of really horrific stories my friend told me when she lived there. I won't be sharing them. I don't want to scare you away. Those are the dorms with like the brick walls and stuff. I really feel like it's kind of whatever vibe you want. Like if you want a living space of people that kind of like care a little bit more about school, I definitely, if you have the option to go to Wall, I recommend going to Wall or Patterson personally. But Sharp and Monroe are totally fine too, and you can totally succeed in those dorms, even though they're a little less nice. Wall is definitely the nicest, I feel like, dorm, but also you're like have 2 roommates as opposed to 1, which most other dorms on campus are single or double rooms. Balancing school and fun. So this is kind of, I don't know, this was actually really easy for me. I was surprised at how easy it was. I think because I had so many time commitments in high school. Like I was on a dance team, I was on 2 different dance teams, and then I did like a bunch of other organizations and clubs outside of that, is that I felt like I had a ton more time to like breathe and chill. So my biggest advice for balancing school and fun is time management, and like I really cannot stress that enough. You have to time manage. College is, like, I'd argue 80% time management and 20% actual smart. There was not a single night, honestly, that I stayed up past like midnight being stressed out. you know? Like, I got all my work done pretty early in the day, like for the next day, and I would start on things. Like, I'm a fairly proactive person now, but it really does help. That is how you like are able to do more things. Like, by the weekend, I really didn't feel swamped or stressed out. Like, I felt like I had time to do what I wanted and also still study. There are certain times a year that, like, you do have to really be proactive about it, like Voodoo Fest. That was in October. I went with a couple of my friends, but I had a paper due like the Monday after Voodoo Fest, so I like finished that before I even went to Voodoo Fest. And I recommend you do that with Mardi Gras too. Like, know when stuff is due after Mardi Gras and do it before. You'll just feel better, you'll feel less stressed out, you can really enjoy yourself more and just like relax more during. In order to do those things, you really do have to stay on top of your work. And my parents always like said to me, you're a full-time student, Maggie, like that is your job. Like, you don't have a job outside of school, so that is like your job. And I really think that's an important mindset to have in college. Like, that was what comes first. Like, it is so much fun, and I really feel like I had a ton of time to go out and go to parties and go. I really didn't miss any festivals. We went to Beignet Fest, we went to Fried Chicken Fest, we went to a bunch of different like festivals, and I didn't feel like swamped or stressed out really at all. Also, a tip for that is, it's really, this part's tough, but finding friends that like value the same things you do and kind of like put the same like preference and order of their activities in the same way. It's really hard to like be like, no, sorry guys, like I'm not gonna go, I need to go like do my work, you know? Like, you don't want to be that person. So I recommend finding friends that like value the same things and kind of have similar majors and similar workloads. That's what I'm trying to say. Have like similar amounts of work. Certain majors are definitely more time consuming than others. And the last question I get a lot is asking about the diversity on campus. So that's a tough question because like I come from the middle of nowhere where everyone literally like was white. So for me, there's been a lot of diversity, but there's a lot more diversity in New Orleans than there is at Tulane specifically, and that's kind of like a problem, that's kind of an issue. I would say it is geographically diverse, as in like regions of the United States diverse, but not super like diverse in any other way really. It's definitely not as diverse as advertised to be, and that is something to keep in mind if that's a real draw of you coming to the school. There's still a lot more that needs to be done. There is a lot of white people and there's a lot of Jewish people, and there's a lot of people with money. I hope it does change, and I hope it changes for the better in like the next couple years. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful in some way. Congratulations to the class of 2024. I hope to see you guys on campus in the fall. Fingers crossed that we're all back. And yeah, if you guys do want to check out my Depop, I'll leave the link below, just a little reminder about that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and deuces.